Hey people, it's Broken Puppet, and this is how to draw a Dear John letter. Enjoy. Right people, how to draw a Dear John letter to. Now you can do this with the man or the female hand holding it. You know, it doesn't really make too much difference. You know, you put it from the female, it's like as if the woman's giving it to him. You get it from the man, it's like, I guess it's like the postman giving it to him. I usually do the female hand. So to start with, first get your sort of like position for your letter. So you just want a rectangle, like so. Have to back it, get yourself a nice big sort of circle shape. And then from there you just want to make this a little bit more curved, so just bring like a little curved line, just cutting through the top of that. Very slight curve. That's just going to create, you know, the back of the hand so it's a bit more female and a bit more delicate. Where you got the circle of this bottom bit, create another circle, like oval shape, within that circle bit. So it's kind of across that line and curving off. That'll create the rough position for, you know, the bottom bit of the thumb goes. And then off of that, another sausage shape. And that sort of get you position for the thumb. Now because it's female, you want to make this quite pointy, so as it gets towards the end it goes a bit more pointy. You know, if you want to be more masculine, make it more round. You know, it's the easiest way to really get like female and male hands. You know, like the man you want to be more sort of square, more, you know, like sort of circular edges. The female you want to be more delicate, more thin, more to the point. Now we're just going to sort of position that so we get roughly where we want the fingers to go underneath. So if you imagine up here, it's the top knuckle. So this finger will go there, there. I mean, it's a bit longer, you know, than what it really should be, but I do want to get a trace of a couple of fingertips just underneath. Just like so, just at the bottom. If you imagine you can follow that through, you know, sort of like roughly fall into position. Now for the John Deere letter, just come down a little bit. Line to the centre. Just a little bit lower than the centre. Come back and connect up there. You can start from the corner if you want. I always start a little bit further down so it looks more like an actual letter. Do the same thing on the bottom, just make it as if it goes underneath, so you just don't fill in this bit here. It's going to be love heart just here. Yeah, you can decorate this if you want. You can have this more free, like you can have this sort of straight line, or you can have it like little semicircles going across. It's always pretty cool. Just above it, DJ for Dear John. Now back of the hand here. Just going to bring in like a little cuff bit for the hand. It's going to bring in some semicircle shapes just coming around here. It's going to go off, it's going to fan out because it's like a female hand. If it's a man's hand, you can make it more square. Female, make it more fanned out. Curve this edge. I'm going to do the same thing here. It's going to bring in long semicircles. Fit roughly 4 in there. I'm just going to have little circular bits just above that. And little lines in between. Down here I'm just going to have a little flower, so just here I'm going to do a circle where the flower's going to be. A couple of little oval shapes just to show where I'm going to put the petals. Same thing here, little there, and just where the leaves are going to come off of that. I'm going to get a pen so I can show you all the detailing. Find my pen. Now when it comes to these old school ones like the hands, you want to be quite simple in how they curve and bend. So when it gets to here, you can bring this thumb line back. And just when it gets there, just want to flick it in a little bit. Now on a real hand, you're going to get a few pretty indents, but on this kind of hands, we're not going to. Bring that back there, like so. Top of this hand, we're going to bring this back. Do a knuckle. just back a little bit like so. I'm going to add the female finger now, so it's going to come up. And come back. Now we just want to sit on the top part, just like so, just on the edge, and that just gives the direction that the thumb is facing. And I'm just going to quickly just sketch the outside line. You can use a ruler if you want to get dead straight. No harm in using a ruler, but it can be good practice to work on your straight lines without. Like so. And do these lines straight. Yep. See, not perfect. It's not always perfect. So I'm bringing those semicircles here. Let's put little circles inside each one of those semicircles. Like so. The heart, should I do an outline for the heart? Yeah, for this one I will. Normally I'll just do the heart in red, but I'm going to do the outline for the heart this time. Like so. D. J. And just underneath, just use fingertips. Bring that up. And I remember I said we've done a little arch bit, so just bring it back just so you have that little dip in the hand, like so. Get this up. Bring another line just symmetric to that, so it's the exact same. To start with, I'm going to do the outside bit first. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Line out. Then from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Small semicircle and then straight line. Nothing too crazy. A straight line just for each one of those semicircle bits. Now the flower's quite simple. Just going to bring a circle, another circle, pencil, just divide, like sort of, you know, if 5 or 6, it's up to you. So you go off about 5 or 6 even spaces. This one's going to be a basic curve. Doesn't always have to be patterns on top. Shouldn't see me, that'll probably be about 8. But it still looks okay. Do a line just through the centre of each one of them, like so. And the leaves, I'm just going to do like basic leaves, so I'm going to come up for a line. Bring a symmetric one just on the inside. And I'm going to do 3 of these, I think. 1, 2. 3. Don't be afraid to go big with your leaves as well. They don't have to be tiny. So a lot of people, they sort of use absolute little tiny ones, you know. Look good sometimes, but don't feel like you have to do them small. Just going to do the exact same thing up here. Bringing that, I've done that one as 8, so I'm just going to do this one's at 8. It's not often a number I use, but yeah, it kind of looks okay to one. Inside those leaves. Like so. And a couple little just like V shapes just on the outside, just to create those little wispy bits. Another little curve just there. Grab your rubber. Just rub out those pencil lines. Now at this stage, I'm just going to thicken up just a certain few little lines. Mainly just some outside bits, just ones I want to be a little bit more sharper. Just stand out a bit, you know. If you've got like 2 line weights, it does create a pretty cool effect. If you want really traditional, old school, then just keep the 1 line width, because traditional old school is always just the 1. But I always use about 2 or 3 line widths usually. It's very rare that I do just one of my normal pictures with just the 1. Unless I'm teaching how to do old school, then I'll do 1. But I showed you how to do the 1 there. You can keep it as that, so I'm just showing you an option if you want to make 2. You can use a slightly thicker pen, or you can just do what I'm doing, choosing the pen and just go around the edge. Just thickening that line up. Try to keep it about even. As I say, just so you got a little bit of thickness, you can see it just brings it out a touch. There we go. Don't go too crazy with it. Now I'm just going to use my markers as I normally do. You can use pencil, paints, anything you want. Cool, it's tight today. Right, so it's going to flick in the black first. With the markers, I'm just going to come in sideways. It's just easier to blend out. You can flick out like so, but you know, I do it sometimes in certain ways. But the easiest way to blend out usually is just to go straight and then come in with your grey tones above it. So just putting black on the outside bit here, so I'm going to create a nice shine through the middle. Just anywhere there's like a bend or something. Here I'm going to go quite thick because you want to shadow the thumb. Just on that part there. Just on the inside of this letter. There, and there. It's going to come in on my grey. Now when I went straight here, you see you just got over the top going straight again. Just helps get like a really good even blend. Or if you're flicking out, you just flick out. But a bit of practice you'll realise this is probably the easiest way to blend out markers. It's pretty much the same way you do it with water paints, to be honest. If I was using water paints, this is exactly how I blend out my water paints. A little bit just around the edge bit there. Then grab your lighter grey. And take your time with this, you know, I'm just quickly sketching it in. Around here and there. Just put in the basic ones, and I'm going to show you how to make a few bends in certain areas. So we're just working it up and down. Just on the outside bit there. Little flick just here and there. Nothing too crazy. Then what I'm going to do is get my grey just on this knuckle bit. Just want to create a little shadow just here off this knuckle, just to show the bend in the hand. And just a little flick back from the thumb, leaving a little white edge just so you can clearly see the difference. Go back to the black. Just going to fill in this. Well, so it's not black, that's my grey. Just colour in the centre of these leaves. Like so. You're putting out in all my tutorials, I do different ways of doing the flowers. I like to try to show you guys a range. You know, there's hundreds of ways of doing the petals, there's hundreds of ways of doing the leaves. You know, in between them you can cross them over and make hundreds of combinations. There's so many different things you can do. It's going to get me great. A little bit in this fingernail. Just leave a little highlight just in the middle, just to create a shine. Like so. Now we've got that ready for some colour. I'm just going to grab my red. Jump straight in there with the red and the heart. And the flowers. Just going to leave a little white edge just around the top of them. Like so. Grab an orange in the centre. I'm going to use it on these little wispy bits at the side. Like so. Grab green. Just colouring that outside part. Like so. Give me yellow. Do the outer rim. Just going to flick some yellow and some orange into this little band just here. Little golden band bit there. Get some blue. Colour in this part blue. Again, just leaving a little white highlight there. And then for the outside part, yeah, I think orange. Or should I do a red fade out? I'm going to do a red fade out actually. Yeah, let's do a red fade out. No, I normally recommend colour to colour, but it's just a little tip. You know, I've shown you guys a few times. I'll show it a few more times so you guys can really get grips of it. When using markers, get yourself a blender. It's just like a Winsor Newton brush marker. Blender, it's just a pro marker. Really good way of doing this. Just get this, hold the tip on the edge, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Start working across. Eventually that colour will come through. And just work that down to the bottom. The top part there where it's wet will fade out and they go a really nice sort of blend. Very important to hold the pen up as well. If you hold it at the bottom, it's just going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go down this side bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can just see just how the colour builds up gradually. You can buy a thing called chameleon pens. They're designed for this. They're pretty good. Give me a bit pricey, you know, it's just a really easy, cheap alternative. Took a while to come through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can be a little bit messy there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it doesn't make too much difference on the last one because it goes into the shade well anyway. So like that. I think I'll just add a few little detail bits. So I'm just going to bring in a red line. These bits ain't necessary, it's just a little few additions you can do if you want. Like so. So on normal paper it goes really good if you use skin tone, like flesh tone colours. I might add a little bit here if I can quickly grab one. Give me 2 seconds. Flesh tone in there. That's pretty good. Isn't going to make too much difference on this bit of paper, but I'll give you an idea. So if you're just doing like flesh tone, it's just trim marker. So I'm just going to flick this into the hand, just to give it a hint. Hoping you'll be able to see the difference on the camera. It's very minute, it's just enough to give it a hint of flesh tone. And lastly, it's quite dark as it is, so to make the colour quite a bit different. A little bit red on the fingernail. Yeah, that's how to do Dear John letter, rather. Another one I've been doing, which you can do if you want to. Last little thing you can do. Well, there's a lot more you can do, but just make it stand out if you want. Any colour you want, you know, I usually use reds. Been using orange a lot lately, but I go through different moods. You know, sometimes I fancy red, sometimes I fancy blue, purple, black, white. But my general three favourites are always either white, red or orange for this. Literally just go around the entire outer edge. A bit more carefully than I'm doing in a minute. Around there. It just brings it out sometimes, you know, sometimes it's not needed, sometimes it looks cool. But yeah, it really is, that one is just down to personal preference, to be honest. I quite like it. But yeah, that is how to do a Dear, why do I keep saying Dear? Dear John letter. I hope you like it, I hope it helped. Check out my other videos and The Broken Puppet, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.